everyone, I'm Reg of Tea Time Plans and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I would like to greet everyone a very happy new year and I hope you're all doing well and having a great start of the month and year. Today I'm going to talk about my all-digital planners and journals lineup for 2020. And aside from planners and journals, I'm also going to talk a bit about a few apps and notebooks that I'll be using this year. I'll also go through the mind map I created for my 2020 organization. I downloaded this app called Xmind and it's free in the App Store. And I love the idea of creating mind maps automatically without having the need to draw shapes and write them down. I have one mind map so far and that's my 2020 organization. So if I tap on this, it will open the mind map that I created. I'm going to discuss this first before I proceed to the actual run-through of the planners and journals. Mind mapping for my planners and journals is something I do every end of the year. I started doing this at the end of 2016 because I ended up hoarding a lot of planners and journals and I wanted to utilize everything. And that's when the idea of mind mapping came to place. So as you can see here, I have three main divisions or sections for 2020. I have my planners, journals, and notebooks. For the planners, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 main planners. The apps don't qualify as planners, but I just put them under here and I will discuss it in more detail later on. The first one is my main planner. I'm going to use the 2020 Dated Passion Planner free PDF printable from their website. I got the 2020 Dated in Small and Monday Start. So I plan to use it for weekly planning, to write down tasks, events, priorities, and errands lists. Since it already has questions at the end of every month, I also plan to use it for my monthly review. For the next one, I set up a bullet journal using the DPC Digital Slim Notebook. This was the initial digital bullet journal that I used when I switched to digital a few months ago. I still love it, it's perfect. It reminds me of the Hobonichi weeks, but I prefer ready-made vertical layouts for my main planner. Unlike the traditional bullet journal that has all your weekly and daily plans in it, I'm planning to use it as a catch-all for all the things I want to track in my collections. So each subsection of this mind map corresponds to a tab in the bullet journal. For example, I wanted to include all these 2020 lists that I have, like my year at a glance, vision board, 300 things that I want, and wish list. Basically, everything I want to track and my collections will be in here. So I'm going to do a more detailed video for each of my planners and journal setup. So right now I'm just talking about my thought process on how I was able to plan my setup for each planner and journal. The third one is the finance planner. I'm going to call it that, but it's the Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom. I bought the printable version of this on her website and it will include everything that's related to finances. I used to do this in my bullet journal, but I have goals that I want to achieve this year, and the Budget Mom has been really helpful. I have been following her for almost 2 years now, and I would like this year to be the year that I really start practicing the budget by paycheck method for budgeting. The fourth one is the life book. When I created this mind map, I didn't have any particular notebook or planner in mind yet to use for this, but I recently bought a notebook from Laurel Studio and that's what I'm planning to use. I patterned this from the Jibun Tacho line, where it contains different lifetime lists. Instead of a wish list, I'm planning to change it to a bucket list, and it will also contain anniversaries and birthdays, so I won't have to always refer to the previous planner, but just this one notebook instead, and then the life news as well. I'm thinking of adding more sections to it, but that's something I can work on anytime this year. I'm planning to still use the Apple Notes app for taking notes on the go and the Habit app that I mentioned in one of my past videos. I'm going to include the link to the app in the description box below if you want to download it. It's a free app and it has really helped me to be more consistent in tracking my habits. And last on this list is my work planner, and I'm still going to do it in OneNote for this year. I'm not going to show you how I have it set up, but I already created a section group for my 2020 tasks. I'm still trying to find a way on how to plan more efficiently using OneNote, but the way I currently have it set up is working great for me so far. Although to have a more efficient way to do it would really be better. For journals, I basically have two. I have my war binder. A lot of people have been really curious about how I have this set up, so I'm going to do a separate video dedicated to that. And I also have my Luna Planner Code journal. So I divided it to 6 different sections. I have prompts, memory keeper, tea, gratitude, musings, and daily log. For notebooks, I have my personal notebooks. I'm still going to use my planning reference notebook. I created a digital version of it a few months back, and I mentioned it in my How I Plan My Week video as well as my weekly review. But I'm going to create a new notebook for my weekly review for this year. And also for productivity, I plan to use one of the notebooks I bought from different Etsy shops. I still have to figure out which notebook I'm going to use, but I plan to use it for note taking for podcasts, online courses, and reading. I also would like to write down random finds throughout the year. I also have a separate notebook for work, which I just call work notes, and I just use a notebook from the Good Notes in app templates. So basically, that's my mind map for 2020. I created shortcuts for my different planners, and I'm planning to create another video to show you how I did it so you can do it on your iPad as well. I'm just going to tap on the icon that should open all of them here so I can show everything to you. The first one is my passion planner. It's a bit empty right now, but I have my January filled out already here. I also added outlines for each month since the passion planner PDF doesn't come with tabs, since it's just basically a printable. And then I just added the cover image from Google, as you can see here, so I can have a cover for my passion planner. I'm starting to plan out my next week already. It's not yet done, but I'll be updating it before the week starts. Here's my 2020 bullet journal using the DPC Digital Slim Notebook. As you can see, I have my months already set up and my tabs. It's not readable from afar, but I can just zoom in. I just labeled it with 2020, goals, inbox, projects, someday, collections, trackers, tea time, health, brain dump, reviews, and notes. So I'm still working on the pages, but I already have a couple of pages set up, but they're still blank. I still haven't finished writing on them yet. I also set up a few outlines and will be continuing to do so for easy access for specific pages. And hopefully I can finish it soon before I film the setup video for this. The next one is my war binder. As you can see, it's just a notebook with tabs. I got this from Luna Planner Co. and it's the first digital notebook that I actually bought. I have it set up already, so the main sections that I'll be having this year, it's grace, memory verses, reading notes, quiet time, verse journal, prayer journal, and musings. And then I have the 2020 journal. also from Luna Planner Co. I still haven't finished setting this up, but I plan to just use fonts in here and then just copy the tabs based on what's on my mind map. This is the budget by paycheck workbook. I already have some of the pages set up since I'm not really comfortable sharing my actual numbers. I'm just going to show you sample pages that are blank, and this is how it looks like. There's a calendar for the monthly, a paycheck bill tracker, and other pages that I need to fill out as I plan my budget for each paycheck. And last but not the least, the life book that I was talking about earlier. So I bought this from Laurel Studio and I haven't finished setting it up as well, but I plan to do so in the next couple of days. I did set up some dividers already, like bucket list, anniversaries, and life news. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to utilize the other sections, but that's pretty much it. Aside from having it on my home screen as shortcuts, I also have all my planners and journals under my favorites for easy access in GoodNotes 5. I have different folders set up in my app, but it's just tedious to open the files directly from each of the folders. So the planning reference notebook I was talking about earlier is this one. I will be updating this and rewriting them for this year. It contains my trigger list and reminders on what I need to update on a daily, weekly, or monthly basis. And here's my weekly review notebook for last year. I'm just going to create a new one for this year using the Grid GoodNotes template that comes with the app. So that's it. That's my current 2020 all digital planners and journals lineup. If you have any questions about the mind map, the thought process, or the lineup, please feel free to leave a comment below. I will also be including the links of all the notebooks and applications I mentioned in this video. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the like button and then subscribe if you haven't yet. You can also turn on your notifications so you'll know when I upload a new one. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!